Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to talk to you about The Bank and Me, the book written by Wilson Kimpanga. We are talking about banks in general, fraud, money, investment. So this opportunity has been given to us by Congo News TV to introduce the book and to talk about the book, what exactly is inside. Then I did decide to choose today the credit. People always talk about the credit. We are going to talk about credit today. My name is Wilson Kimpanga, the author of The Bank and Me. I want just to give my colleague the time also to introduce and give his name, so we are going to talk together and we are going to share information together about the credit. Yes.
Thank you so much for your introduction, and thank you for viewers, thank you for everybody. My name is Cornelius Mutong Mazaz. I stay in South Africa, particularly in Cape Town. Thank you so much. I think we will be having a nice time with you, with our writer, Wilson Kimpanga. Thank you so much.
Right, thank you very much. So let us start, and I think so that you are waiting to hear about the credit from The Bank and Me. And what we can only ask you is to like the video and to share and subscribe on Congo News TV. And if you want to send us a message, don't forget to use Love Africa 53@gmail.com. Credit. So the bank is there. We have been written about the bank, but credit, what is the credit means? So the credit is the money given on loan. So when you go to the shop or to the supermarket, you pay cash. So you pay your items and you give money. That payment, we call that cash payment. So there is another opportunity is you take items and stuff. You don't pay immediately. There is no cash. There is only a promise. I will pay you maybe after 10 days, 30 days, 60 days, and so on. It depends to the business. There is the human being, they can have credit. The companies can have credit. And the businessman, anyone can apply for a credit. But it is when it is a promise that I will pay later on. That is the bank always allocated a credit, a money given as a loan from the bank to the customers, to the bank, to the individual, to whoever apply for a credit. Then as there is a promise, then we call that there is existence of a credit. What is a credit exactly in short? The credit is a trust. I cannot give you money to pay after 5 days or 10 days if I don't trust you. And that is the reason why the bank must trust you to allocate you a loan as a credit. The bank must trust you. There is a problem of trust. Even when people say that for years the money started with, everything started by credit, a trust. I trust you, I give you money, then you promise me that you will have to pay that money later on. What is the guarantee? What makes me trust you that you will give me my money back? The bank needs to see in you, the man of trust. Now I'm going straight to the things which can gives you opportunity to get a credit from the bank. Number one, it can be your bank statement. What is the bank statement? The bank statement is a paper which gives us information about your money, how your money is in and out, in and out. So the bank will have a time to check your bank statement. Or this man always play around this certain amount, so let me allocate them a money. So he's going to pay. The trust is there. Second element which the bank is looking, it's a credit score. What is the credit score? The credit score, it is what I give you exactly things which you can understand quickly, because you always say credit score. Credit score, what is that? It's the number of time which a customer or individual have been applying for a credit and pay it back. And that one must be evaluated by a company which they call credit bureau. Credit bureau is that company which can estimate, can calculate exactly your credit score. If your credit score is from 300 up to 900, 300 is very poor. So you are not going to be qualified when you have got your credit score, your result like 300. And that credit bureau is going to give you your level of credit. Maybe you have got 700, or 700 is it's good, very good. And 900 is very excellent. So when the bank have got that report from you, it can allocate you a credit. So you need to have your credit score every time. And there is also a certain element which you can bring to the bank, say that, give me money, I've got my car, I've got my property. So if I don't pay money back, so you can take possession of my car or my property. So those are things which when you go to the bank to apply for a credit, you can be qualified to get a credit. So I don't know exactly if what I say, my brother can have a question to ask, or you have got another question, feel free to ask me exactly about the credit, what you know about the credit, so I can try to explain, and all of you as they can also understand, because the opportunity will be given to you when we'll be maybe on live. Then you can start asking questions. Here we are just talking on your behalf. So next time I think so that Congo News TV will organize things which everyone will participate. Thank you very much. So you may have a word, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. I've been listening to your introduction, but I'm a little bit confused with some concepts. Can you try to explain me the difference between a loan and a credit?
Okay, thank you very much for your question. Yeah, okay.
There is loan,
yes.
there is credit, and there is debt. Can you try to explain to me all those three concepts? Then we will try to
progress. Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Mouton. The credit, it is when the money is not paid immediately. The money will be paid after there is a promise. that I will pay the money later. That is existence of credit. And the loan, it is that money given for credit. That is what they call loan. The money given for credit, we call that loan. And the credit, it means when you give me money now, then I give you back now, there is no credit. The credit exists only when there is a promise that I will pay later. And that money which is creating that promise, that is what you call loan. And debtors. When you talk about debtors, when we are talking about the credit, there is two people which coming in game player. There is the one who gives money, we call that creditor. That is the man who gives money. So you who promise that I will pay, you become a debtor. So now, that existence, there is existence of debt. Because you owe me money, which you are going to pay later. That means there is existence. I become a debtor, and you give me money, you become a creditor. And the loan, it's that money you get which create the credit. The money given on credit, that is the loan. I don't know exactly if I try to explain to you the three concepts of credit, loan, and debtors. Thank you.
Okay, I want to know when the rating involved in the credit. When, in terms of credit, when are we talking about rating? Or I can ask you, what is the rating in banking? That rating can be applied for debt. The rating can be applied for credit, and the rating can be applied for also for the loan.
Yeah, what do you, can you specify exactly the rating? What do you want to talk about? So we can.
I mean, in terms of credit.
Yes.
I know in terms of credit, they always apply a rating. Now, I want to know also if, in terms of debt and loan, the rating also is there, or yes or not.
Okay, yes, if I understand very well, you said about the rating, it means all the credits, loan, and debt. It is everything turned on the money given to be paid later. So what they do for the credit, they will do also for the loan. The loan, it means like loan is not separate with the credit.
So
it
is almost the same.
It is the same because you cannot get the credit without a loan. When I tell you that the loan, it's the money given in credit. So it means it is similar things which is together. What they do for the credit will be also done for the loan.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. If I can continue, just your question. Yeah, just keep the question. Then I will give you again another time to ask, and so the viewers can be exactly. Don't forget to subscribe, please. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to like the video, and don't forget our email on loveafrica53 at gmail.com. That is what is connecting us together with you. So that is what is making us to be in one house. We are talking about a credit. Everything, everyone can give credit, can allocate the credit. And we are going to the bank because the bank is the biggest institution, financial institution, which requires to give credit officially. There is even if your brother and your sister gives you a credit. So that credit, when there is a problem in paying back, there is a problem. Where are you going to go? You will go somewhere, but they will ask you, are you qualified to give credit? Let me tell you something again. When you allocated the credit, there is one concept again which rises up, is risk. We are not sure that when I give you money, I'm talking about the bank, because our book, my book is The Bank and Me. There is a risk. The bank is not sure that really is going to get money back in full and on time. Now, what are we going to do that risk? And it means like when there is a problem of the risk, say that, oh, be careful, there is a risk. The bank must, what the bank must do, the bank must also realize that there is a risk. What must I do? I must divide the risk. What must I do? What the bank must do? The bank must reduce the risk. Divide the risk, reduce the risk, and limit the risk, and manage the risk. You see those concepts? Now it's up to you to see, is the bank limit the risk? If it doesn't limit the risk, this book is very important for the bank. Because if the bank allocated a certain amount of money, a huge money, if that customer ran away, the bank lose money. Which a big custom is not there for business to lose money, because the principle of the business is maximize the profit and minimize the cost, the loss, and so on. So I'm saying that the bank must divide the risk. What does that mean? In allocating a certain amount of money to one person, give even 2 or 3 customers. That is dividing the risk. If this one doesn't pay, another one can pay quickly, so you can get that money and do business. That is dividing the risk. Limiting the risk, it means like the bank must limit the risk in allocating a huge money to one person. You can just give the money which, when there is a problem of the risk, I'm not going to suffer too much. So the bank also must manage the risk. What is that management of the risk? Management of the risk, that means we support the risk each other, the customer and the bank. And the bank also can support the risk, like, okay, if I lose that, I will get money from here. And we are talking about interest rates. When you are giving the credit, you must estimate how much is going to be your interest rate. Inside of that interest rate, you have got a certain percentage which is going to help you to manage your credit. If there is a loss, I don't want to lose everything. I can even lose a certain percentage, but there is a time I can get my money back. The problem is in the credit is, are you going to get your money back? And if you are going to get your money back, it will be on time or after fighting, going to court and changing anything. So that is the reason why in lending money you must be qualified like a financial institution to give credit or to give loan to people. Because if there is a problem, the court will ask you, are you qualified? That is only the bank who is qualified to do that. But now that means it will be another subject where we are going to talk about the total banking. The total banking, I will give you that subject if they give us the opportunity by Congo News to be here again to talk about the total banking, which means that one bank is doing everything. That will become another subject where we will talk about tax evasion, how people. One person is doing everything. I don't know if you have got another intervention for the question so we can progress.
After following you in your expose, I think that the credit is reserved only for those people who's got money. If you don't have money, you're not allowed even to go and try to apply for credit. Why? Because the conditions they did set up already for someone to get that credit is not for anyone who can go and apply for that credit. So I don't know if the name of credit is really on his place really to be called the credit. For me, I think we can call it even like life saver for those who's got already money, they want to invest, they want to do their business, whatever. It's not for poor people.
Yeah, thank you very much. That question is rising again, more and more stuff. People, all viewers, just take time, just sit on your chair nicely. Then this question is going to give us again more important topic and other stuff to talk about. We are talking about the bank and me, and the subject of today, the topic of today is credit. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Yes, you talk about the credit is only the reserve for poor people. No, there is not a problem of the poor people. There is a problem of business. The bank is selling us. The bank is doing business. The bank is not saving, like we say that you can say like life saver. No, there is no life saver. There is only doing business. I give you money because you pay me back conditionally with interest rate. That interest rate, that means I will get something on top of the money I did give to you on credit. So what you're talking now rise to me to talk about having a credit and leaving a credit. That is the big difference. What does that mean? Having a credit, it means you have got a few something and you want to take a credit to head on what you have. That is having a credit. Now, leaving a credit, it means like you go to apply for a credit that is all for your life. You don't have nothing, zero money in the pocket, but you go and you apply the credit. That means you are leaving a credit. It is very terrible when you are leaving a credit and you apply for a credit. It means even when you want to buy a loaf of bread, you need to use that money from the credit. What I know is when you apply for a credit, it means you must use that money to do business so you can pay it back. It means like when you pay it back, you don't pay only what you get. You will pay plus interest rate. So we don't have to leave a credit. We want to have a credit. Remember that there is a problem of interest rate. A poor, we don't have to say poor. The poor will never change in terms of business or finance. When you say I am poor, that means you will never have money in your life, your entire life. But if you say I am broke, it means you don't have money for a while. Please, viewers, let not use the word I am poor. Please use I am broke. Financially speaking, it is not a good way to use I am poor. we can only use I am broke. Because broke can change, it's for a while, but poor, it is eternal. I speak, I don't know if you are satisfied on my intervention.
I want also to know, is it good or it is bad to apply for a credit?
Yes, automatically it's good, because the credit push you up. Imagine you have got, you want to buy a building, you have got only $100,000. So I don't want to use the currencies for certain people. I want only to say 100,000. Any currency you have. But now the building you want to buy is for 400,000. But you have got only 100,000. So you can apply credit for that money you are missing. So the credit push you up. If you didn't have a credit, so you should only keep your 100,000, but that 300,000 will be a problem for you to get. So the credit is good. But the problem is, how are you going to deal with the credit? How are you going to deal with the risk? And how are you going to deal with the interest rate? What I can say that is not good is don't take too much money on credit, because it will be a problem to pay it back. Because there is interest rate. Interest rate of 100 is correct, then interest rate for 400,000. That is what I can answer you. Thank you. Yes, we keep on talking. Yes.
Yeah, it is quite clear.
Okay, it is clear. It is clear. And what the last point which I'm going to mention here, it is only on the credit. We cannot talk about the credit without touching credit card from the bank. What is that? Why the bank allocated people the credit card and how it works. The credit card, it's the opportunity given to the bank given to the customers, those one who apply for a loan. Instead of giving you that money or put that money in the bank, so they allocated you a credit card. A credit card, it is money available for your use. You don't have to go again, apply again, 10,000, 5,000. No, you have got that money available on you. You can only use your credit card. Now the big problem is, how do you deal with that money? You know, there is a problem. I remember when I was at school, the lecture, professor said that I will estimate people, how people can deal with money. It was a psychology test. We passed by a psychology test, and he said that okay, you can pass one day with the money in the pocket. And the other student was that no. You, they cannot give you to be in charge of the safe. You cannot keep money, because it is a problem with you. So when you have got your credit card, people become crazy. I can spend whenever I want, whatever I want to use. I can spend money anytime, because it is available for me. I don't go to the bank that give me money and this one. So that credit card, viewers, I think so that you are listening to me. When you have got your credit card, that money is not free money given like a charity. That money is given to you to make business. That money will be paid back with interest rate. The big problem is, as we have got Congo News TV, we will come again here. We will talk about interest rate, how it works, how they calculate interest rate by the bank, by the creditor, those people who are giving loan to other people. How did they calculate it? The problem is they allocated you a credit card, but you don't know how they deal with interest rate. How much are you going to pay back? And you just spend. The problem is, as you spend, did you calculate the money which you get, your input and output, your cash flow, how it's working? That is the reason why the bank and me is there to advise you, to give you opportunity to listen, to understand, to know exactly how can you use your credit card. But today we have been talking about credit. I think so that if I did
so much, I think next time it will be wide, and then we talk about everything.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.